LinkedIn, they're rolling out RPS Plus. If you've got a good rep that's been around, you've probably already had the sales pitch. You've probably been told what the new features for LinkedIn are. My rep's been on long service leave. She only came back recently. So we had our meeting yesterday. And so I thought I would share what their new product looks like. And for me, there are three key things, really, three key functions that RPS Plus are providing. Okay, and it's more of the same, and I'll get into my opinions on whether I think it's better or same or worse towards the end. But really, the three key things there, it's a better search. It's meant to be a better search when looking for candidates, right? It's meant to be a deeper search. It's a better client/BD targeting tool. So rather than just hit and hoping companies or people with certain titles, it's meant to have a better targeting system for hiring managers. And then the third layer that they're bringing in is the AI agent, which is what they're kind of promoting. But that AI agent is going to do that legwork for you, do the reach out for you in the market, essentially become a digital version of yourself to give you further reach whilst you sleep. They're the three kind of key functions, right, of RPS Plus. And so what I want to do in this episode is kind of look under that hood. If you're anything like me, the AI agent part does make me nervous as an active recruiter with an active desk. I see the benefit. I can see that if you got that thing humming, if you're able to tweak that agent, it is like ChatGPT, right? The more you feed it, the more you train it, the more it will behave in the way you want it to behave and sound and feel and look and act more like yourself, okay? So I think there is room for that to develop. It's very early days. So essentially what that AI agent wants to go out and do is act on your behalf into the market and start communicating with potential targets based on the criteria that you've agreed on with it. Made me super nervous. My rep ran me through it and I like it conceptually. I need to see a little bit of proof that this isn't ticking people off. But again, I think the more energy and effort you put into that, the better that could be for you. And again, I'm in a market where it's such a finite list of candidates, it's such a finite list of clients. I'm skeptical, super skeptical that I'm not already reaching those people, that I can't already speak to those people. If perhaps you're in a wider market where you're doing a lot of marketing roles within corporations and you don't have an account, it's just like, oh, they could go anywhere. Or maybe it's like a tech role, it's like a in-house developer, it's like they could go to one of 100,000 companies in the country. Maybe this tool will really help you with that reach. For really niche markets, maybe not. But we have tested it. So what I really wanted to hone in on when I spoke to my rep was not the AI agent stuff, because I just know that in my heart I'm not quite there yet. That's okay. Know thyself. And the other function was the client BD targeting. Again, not something I particularly have that much interest in. What I did have interest in was the first function of RPS Plus, which was the better search for candidates. So we pushed into that and said, look, let's talk about that. So that's my whole job. How do I find more candidates? I said, I don't think this product's for me. I literally said, I've got master projects where I have everyone under the sun that I know can do that job within my clients, outside, within certain sectors with certain skill sets, and we draw out of those master projects, and they're very, very accurate. She said, great, let's test it. Okay. So what we did, I had essentially a live brief, and we worked through it. Now, when it comes to searching for candidates with RPS Plus, let's distinguish. I want to kind of firstly distinguish the difference of why this is different to what we're currently used to, right? So RPS, or the recruiter license that we have been using for the last bloody 10 years or whatever it is, when you search for a candidate, down the left-hand side, you're looking for titles and keywords and different Boolean search strings and filters. Essentially, it needs to be in their profile for that person to be a match, right? So there's all different sort of fields that we use to try and cover ourselves. If it's not in there, if they haven't written it in, maybe it's in their title, maybe they've got a filter there that, they've said, oh, I'm part of this sector or whatever that might be. But that's how the search has traditionally been done. Okay, and it's great if the person's profile is up to date, and that is the clincher here. It does really rely on people making sure that their profile is up to date. So if you're looking for specific skills or specific tickets or specific technology or whatever that might be, and they haven't actually put that in their profile, you're not going to find them. They're not going to come up because it's not there, right? So what RPS Plus is, it is not so much matching keywords. It's actually more AI-assisted reasoning. And so it will draw not only from their profile, it will also then, because the search string is very conversational, it's language-based rather than like drop boxes and places where you can put keywords and things like that. And it is quite intuitive. So if you say, I need an engineer, but they have to come from a consultancy, not a mining house and not a construction company, it'll go, great. Now, you can't really do that unless you manually put in all the companies in the current recruiter license. So it's quite intuitive that way. The other layer to it, which I think is the game changer, and I'm getting to the game changer. The game changer here is this. The last, 10, 15 years that LinkedIn has had job functionality on their platform, people have been applying for jobs. And when they do that, it means they have to attach their CV to their profile at some point. Or they have to make an application. Their CV is somewhere in the ether, right? RPS Plus will search their resume for keywords as well. The current recruiter license does not do that. So if they've got all that information that you're looking for in their resume, but it's not in their LinkedIn profile, if you've got the original recruiter license, they're not going to come up. In this new iteration, they will come up. So I was super fascinated with that. That's when I went, oh, okay, this might be something that helps us. So we put it to the test. That search I did. I got a live brief, and it was I thought, there's no way. I literally said to her, this is not a good one to test it on. She goes, why? And I said, because it's a very specific criteria, and everyone puts it in their profile and resume. Like, everyone puts it in. Like, it's like you either got it or you don't, and it's a badge of honor. She's like, let's test it. So I did my search. I came up with, X amount of people. She did her search, and she said, look, I'm going to look for just people where this has come up and it's not on their profile, it's only in their CV. Let's see if there's any extras. She looked at 15 people, and within those 15 people, we already had 5 people that did not come up in my recruiter search efforts. So I was just right. I mean, I hate paying for extra stuff. Get me wrong. I'm not. This is not sponsored by LinkedIn. They don't even know I'm doing this episode, but I bring you the goods. I've had these chats, and I just think I'm looking at this, and they're doing a trial for RPS Plus because I think they're seeing the benefit in it as well. In one search, there's 5 people there that I didn't pick up. I'm talking about, this is a talent pool of 50, right? I'm looking at this going, that's quite significant. That's a 10% increase in search results than what I was getting. So that to me is the game changer here. The AI agent overlay, I think that in time will become quite useful. Still, need to see some proof there. The BD client, targeting stuff, I think if that's what you need, then I think there's some genius stuff within that. But for me, talent short market, where you think you've got finite list, where you've tooth and nail through LinkedIn and whatever, to know that now there is actually more people out there than you realize, and we can't access that data unless we get RPS Plus, starts to make me think maybe we should look into this. So that's all this episode is today. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on it. I haven't bought the product yet. I'm not sure if I will. I'll probably trial it out a little bit further, and I'll keep you posted. But that's it. RPS, LinkedIn RPS versus RPS Plus. That's the recruiter license for recruitment agents. If you got anything out of this episode, as I said at the start, like, share, subscribe. Helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals come true.